Hi, sorry, I was just watching Race for the Wall, number 1 of 3.
Oh.
You will need to die. Anywho, how do?
Yes.
How
Good,
do you
thanks.
do?
I do how? Do you?
You do, Bagoo.
Yes. So, yeah, Race for the Wool, part 1 of 3 is up. That was the longest part. That was 2.5 hours long to edit. So I kind of just bashed it out today thinking, let's get that out of the way.
Oh, giggity.
And they get
Nice.
shorter from there. So there'll be 3 highlights videos. And then I'm going to cut all the gameplay just into one long mega video and just upload that as one 5-hour video. With without the intros and outros, as an omnibus sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So look forward to that.
Oh, that'll be at Christian 444.
Yes. Also arriving on Christian 444 in the very near future is the first episode of Pokémon Scarlet.
Scarlet, have you pushed that ahead of everything else? Have you?
Yes. Well, I'm not doing highlight editing for that. I'm just gonna.
You're just gonna put the whole.
Yeah, treat it like EU4.
The whole stream on.
Just back it up.
I have yet to watch. I did notice you streaming just as you were saying your goodbyes. It's sort of like, oh well, I'll leave it then. I'll watch it later. So I'll watch through the whole thing.
Yeah.
No, I too streamed. I unfortunately had the wrong microphone plugged in, so it was through the dodgy mic, webcam. But now I know I can make sure to double check. It all all the green bars and stuff were working. It was all going fine. So I thought, right, no, that's cool. If I'd have actually did that and tapped the mic, I would have seen it rise up and down rather than just my speaking. But obviously the webcam was picking that up. But no, I too have.
I didn't see it. I looked, but I'm used to it all showing up on the videos tab. I remembered as you were talking that there's a live tab. I've just gone and found it.
That throws me off.
Yeah.
That's why I had to I think it was in the Doctor Who one at the start. I said you can find the full stream in the live tab or the live section of the channel or something like that. But I did link last week's podcast episode in the Doctor Who
Yes, I saw
reaction. And I have noticed that last week's episode of Inaudible got a decent amount compared to normal.
Yeah.
So
it's because it was about Doctor Who.
That's probably, yeah. But even then, the normal reactions got a decent amount.
Yeah.
234, whereas the stream had already been seen by most people. That's where I was going with that. Anyway.
Yeah. Well,
but no, should we return to Pontius Pilate? I'm guessing that's going to be the main.
Yeah. So I've not really got that far in, if I'm honest.
Okay.
So,
I know you were stood on top of the lighthouse when I quickly flipped on.
Yeah, so that's
and
where
you were literally saying goodbye. So it's like, I'll just wait and I'll come back in a bit. Is that after you've got Biking McBikerson? I can't remember.
Got him, yeah.
You just got, I couldn't remember if you got to the lighthouse and then you got him, or if you got him and then got to the lighthouse. But yeah.
Both.
It's,
yeah. But I'm enjoying it so far. It does not feel like a Pokemon game. It's very strange. It's very different.
I suppose it's, for me, coming off of Legends and Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I'm used to this kind of style by this point.
Yeah.
But this is you have yet to.
I've yet to
become a legend. Yeah, you have yet to become a legend. So you're just an arse.
Yeah.
So this is your first sort of open world.
Yeah.
Have you done it? Skyrim, that's pretty open world.
Yeah. Well, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw the map. I was like, oh god, it's going to be like Skyrim, and there's going to be 30 different quests on here that I haven't done. But I think highlights were having a panic attack at the map.
Okay.
Walking into the sea like Reggie Perrin. That was the first thing I did. And
Oh yeah, you've got to test everything. Test everything.
Yeah.
Can I swim?
and
I think I did that as well. To be fair, on the beach.
I spent about 10 minutes trying to knock a fletchling out of a tree with a Pokeball and
Oh,
failing.
okay.
And I never did it. It just happened to be one on the ground that I
Fletchling.
found instead.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm blaming the game for that because it just didn't work.
It's the game's fault.
Yeah.
I've noticed it can be a little bit jittery at times and a bit struggling.
It is too good for the hardware, unfortunately. That was like my main complaint has been all Nintendo.
It finds it hard to keep up.
Yeah, as I said in the video, Nintendo consoles are always pretty much previous gen hardware, which obviously makes them cheaper, and it doesn't matter because they make all their own games, so they don't need to have everything else on there. But yeah, it does mean when you try and make a big expansive game like, well, mind you, doesn't Breath of the Wild run alright on Switch?
It runs better than this.
Yeah.
But then wasn't Breath of the Wild made for Wii U before?
I don't think so.
I swear it came out on the Wii U. You're quicker at typing than I am. I'm about to switch on my keyboard, click a new tab open.
Yeah, it's for Switch and Wii U.
Switch and Wii U. I wonder. I guess it was released at the same time though, so
it was a release. Yeah, it was a release title for the Switch.
For the Switch, yeah.
Here, it received minor criticism for its technical performance at launch.
Okay.
So I mean, maybe there'll be.
There might be a patch or something.
Yeah.
No, okay, fair.
But yeah, it's I've noticed most of the quality of life things that like it's normally like our running gag with Pokemon is they spend a generation improving all the quality of life stuff and then they start a new gen and take it all away.
Okay, yeah.
But they haven't. They actually haven't.
Okay.
It's quite good. I'm the thing that's annoyed me is when you go to rearrange the moves, instead of just pressing A to move the moves, you have to press a different button to go to a separate move rearranging screen, which just seems pointless to me.
I haven't dabbled in that area.
I've been a little bit frustrated by just all the walking and talking and oh hey, come this way, and then it fades out and you walk 10 meters and it fades back into a cutscene.
I'm maybe half an hour to an hour ahead of you. And I think I may have only just gotten out of Tutorial Island, as I call it.
But this is what I'm hoping. Once you get to the academy, what did I call it? The Mesozoic era, the big city.
Yeah.
I'm hoping then it'll be like, okay, off you go off on your adventure, and it'll be a bit different by that point.
After a bit of bollocksing about in the academy.
Yeah, well,
You've got a little bit of bollocksing to do in the academy, going from a couple of different rooms, chatting to a couple of different people about completely different bollocks.
And then that's what I'm hoping. After that, they'll just be like, off you go.
Yeah. And then after that, it's basically east, west, south. Take your pick, go. And
Not north, never north.
That's where I have now gotten. Okay. And I'm playing it at the moment because I'm kind of storming ahead to one particular area on the map to get Mimikyu.
Yeah.
just for that, then I can fly back and I can play it like normal as long as I've got Mimikyu.
I'm deliberately not saying what it is because I have kind of like looked at what Pokemon are available and such because I want to know what I want to get. But in case anyone else is like trying to keep it all a surprise, there is a particular Pokemon that has been given an evolution in this game that I'm so excited about.
Okay. Is that why you chose Scarlet?
No, I just chose Scarlet because I think the lizard looks cool as fuck.
Oh, okay. You see, I chose Violet because from one of the few tidbits I do know is that there's like past and future themed.
Yes. So
I went with future themed because I prefer the future. This is me. Sci-fi McGee over here.
Yeah, you're a future sailor. I am looking backwards.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. But then did you buy them both?
I did, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So
because
it doesn't really matter for you.
I thought I'm almost certainly going to... I didn't know which one you were going to play, but I thought I'm almost certainly going to need Violet for the living Dex at some point.
Yeah. No, fair, yeah. I kind of gave up on the living Dex, and I'm not too fussed about all that anymore. I'm just playing the game now. I'm gonna.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
But then once I finish the game, I don't know if I'll come because I haven't gone back to Arceus since I finished it.
I mean,
so
this
once
is exactly,
I've got to a point, I've done everything I can on this. Will I go back to it?
It's exactly what I do. I've never played through a Pokemon game thinking, oh, I need to do my living dex. I play through a game and then afterwards I think, right, let's update the Pokedex.
Okay, fair enough. But I don't get that bit afterwards where I think, oh, I've got to make sure I get to live. I used to. I think back X and Y Sun and Moon days, I was working on a living dex. I think we were doing podcasts at the time, I believe. Because we had, I think I remember us just having chats about living decks once upon a time.
Okay. I've got 24 to get from the previous gens still, and then but that'll require, I think, going back and finishing Ultra Sun, and I'll have to play Arceus at some point. Anyway, all by the by.
Yeah, because do you know if the Hisuian variants count towards it anymore, or?
Well, the variants won't, but the Pokemon will, because there's individual species of Pokemon.
Oh, that's what, like, not variants, but like evolutions.
Yeah, because they're individual Pokemon, so they still count.
Yeah.
They've got national dex numbers, yeah.
Okay.
So there are 7 from Arceus that I need.
I think, that sounds about right.
Okay, I also need to play through Shield. I got Shield cheap on eBay because there's a load of exclusives from there I need to get to.
Okay, no, fair.
So there's still a long way to go on the Living Dex adventure. Plus this gen as well. But yeah,
all in all,
from what I've played, it's been good so far. Like I said, I've only not got very far. I haven't got to the multiplayer bit yet, so I don't know what we're going to do about that.
I don't think that. Have you not got to a Pokemon Center?
No.
That can't be too far off. I think that's like your next goal, isn't it? From the top of the
Yeah, I
lighthouse.
think it is. Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a center over there. Let's meet there. Once you get there, I think we can, because when I got there, someone, whether it was Nurse Joy or the girl who just won't shut up, she was, one of them said, like, oh, this ring here, this is where you and up to 4 other people, or you of up to 4 people can adventure together.
Okay.
Blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah. So that shouldn't be too far for you.
Well, yeah. I'll have to try and stream something else in the morning then to get to that point.
I mean, unless we like start my stream off with like 10 minutes of you just getting to that point, and then we swap over to my game or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll just bring your shit. We'll work it. Yeah. I can't say what I prefer yet. Well, I'm not far enough through this to say whether I prefer this over Arceus or not. But so far, I do think I prefer Arceus. I think I would have liked with this a mix of being able to either Pokebattle capture and throw Pokeball capture like in Arceus.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing I'm a little disappointed they didn't keep, was that you could just sneak up behind a Pokemon, throw the ball, and depending on what ball and shit, you might get that Pokemon without having to battle. And then if you don't, you can walk up to it and battle. That's probably the only thing I can think of at the moment that's a little bit of a niggle.
I did wonder that when I was throwing balls at Pokemon just in outside a battle. I was like, can I catch anything like this? But no, it doesn't.
Was it a ball you were throwing, or was it your Pokemon you were throwing? I haven't found a way to just throw Pokeballs. Every time I've thrown, it's been the partner Pokemon I've got that I've thrown out.
Right, okay.
So that you might be throwing your Pokemon out to battle the whatever, possibly. Yeah, I didn't attempt any of that.
Yeah.
I was kind of in a right, I want to get to the open world part, and then I can go back and look for anything I've missed.
Yeah.
I just want you to shut up. I want you to shut up. I want you to shut up, and I want to get the fuck out of Dodge. I think that's when you get to the school, basically a couple of characters start mentioning the different things you can do around the world, but they're saying it like, oh, the journey you could take could be this. No, he should take this journey. This would be better. No, this journey would be much better. And I'm just thinking, I don't give a fuck what journey you guys want me to take. I'm going to go take my own journey. Shut up. Yeah. There is, like, I think I streamed for about 3.5 hours. So there is still a decent amount of hand-holding. Enough hand-holding to give you sweaty palms, at least.
Oh.
So... with this game, but there was a decent amount in Arceus as well. I think it took me most of my first stream to get past the tutorial on that.
Okay.
So, tutorial is no different from any other Pokemon game.
There.
But yeah, we can only see where the world is my oyster now. Hopefully.
Yeah. The region is your cloister.
Oh. Cloister. Is that one in this? Cloister.
Cloister.
The only past or present gen Pokemon I literally looked up was Mimikyu. It was just sort of like it was a list of returning Pokemon, but then I did find in page Mimi, and then it just went to it, saw it, cool, can get Mimikyu in this. Then my next one was where to catch Mimikyu, Pokemon Violet. Found it, so it showed me the map, zoomed into the area. Cool. It's in this particular direction near this particular area. Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Well.
Oh, what starter did you choose?
The grass one.
Oh, okay. I went with the fire in the end.
Okay.
I wasn't too fussed about any of them.
No, me neither, really.
And I was originally...
Yeah, the cat was just my favourite of them, so I thought...
Now you see, I didn't have a favourite until it gave you the moment you could start walking about with them and interacting with them.
Yeah.
And the little sort of like lizard dino, that's the one I chose. Did I mention that?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. I chose the lizard, the fire one. I chose the fire.
Yeah.
And I just found him kind of adorable. He has that like derpy energy.
Yeah.
Where it's just...
I'll be honest, I don't really remember anything about them and the bit when you walk around. I just remember being annoyed that I couldn't run.
Yes. Yes. No,
that was all
enough.
I noticed at that period.
I know I mentioned a few times, like, come on, boy, move your legs, hurry up.
And then you go past a sign and suddenly you can run.
And then just
it's really weird.
Yeah. It's just, oh yeah, I have leg muscles. Oh yeah.
Maybe he'd been like sat on his legs or something, gone cross-legged, and his feet had gone
What's
asleep.
like what's the like leg equivalent of wanker's cramp?
Oh,
not wanker's cramp, but stranger.
Yeah, stranger.
Dead arm.
It'd be like the Sandman. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of other things that are one word. The Visitor.
The Visitor. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, there we are.
With my start, I was originally going to do a thing where I have a fire, water, and grass Pokemon card, and I stick them in a hat, shuffle them about, and pull one out. And I pulled out the water one, which I'll be honest was my least favourite of them anyway. And at first I was like, all right, no, I'll go with it. But then I started talking to them and interacting, and it was sort of like, okay, this one's winning me over. You can get fuck stuck. It's got that like the sweep from Sooty vibe, where it's just kind of a little bit thick, but his heart's in the right place, and you can't help but love it. It's yeah. Oh, thanks. You finally, yes. I'm gonna try and catch a couple more, make a decision out of them.
Is Mimikyu common?
This was the first one I've seen, and I've been in the area for about 10 minutes.
Nice.
So not not common, but not necessarily rare. But the area is quite a distance.
I said, "Is Mimikyu coming?" I said in an accent.
Oh, oh, I thought you said common. Okay. I'm sorry if you don't use the British accent. I don't understand you.
Yeah, that's quite. Hi.
Hi. Bye. We have just been cancelled.
Yeah. So on the Scarlet and Violet front, I mean that's pretty much all I can say about it.
We're only like first episodes through each, aren't we? So
yeah,
it's still early days. Anyone listening's welcome to go and watch our episodes on TS Reactions and twitch.tv/Invisible Tower.
And Christian 444 on YouTube, which is where the
and
video
Christian
is.
444, yeah, that's where. Well, I don't know when that'll be. That is not currently as of yet up.
It will be by the time you hear this.
It will be. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You're that's how much you're rushing it ahead. This is why I just streamed it to YouTube, because I couldn't be fucked with the editing.
Yeah.
I realised in the past, anytime I've recorded games to edit, I've never got round to edit.
Yeah.
So if I stream it, it's just up, it's there. Go.
Yeah.
I'm
all in on Twitch, unfortunately.
Yeah. Didn't you phase off of that for a while though?
Yeah. But I thought
you've gone back then.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So like I've started just streaming everything to it now.
Oh, okay, nice.
My stuff anyway. I wanna start doing our multiplayer stuff once we start something new anyway.
Yeah, to double check with the others.
Yeah.
They'll only laugh.
Yeah. Where's the nice lady?
You got it then, good, yeah. It's just, I don't know, anytime I end the sentence with the others, my brain just has to say, they'll only laugh. Because I think even a few times, just in things I've done, I've said, oh, don't tell the others. It's like, they'll only laugh. Yeah.
She was married to Elon Musk.
Oh!
The actress, yeah.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
Not anymore, but there we are.
Oh, was married.
Yeah. Right.
I can't say it. Wait, on the Scarlet Violet, I can't say any of the Pokemon designs have really popped out to me too much yet.
No.
And especially with I don't know about your Bikey McBite bike, but mine's got like very digital-esque sort of qualities to it. Like the eyes are kind of like I don't know how you describe it, but kind of like an old clock type interface type thing.
Oh, like LCD.
You know, like kind of LCD-ish, yeah.
Did you see LCD, boy?
LCD. And it's just sort of like, Pokemon have run out of ideas when they start making Digimon.
Yeah.
It's
there are some Digimon in this year's offering. Definitely, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There are lots of Digimon.
Okay, I haven't as I've been just pounding it through the lands trying to get to this particular location. I've kind of ignored everything around me and just been kind of bobbing and weaving, so I've not paid too much attention to what was around me, if anything has seemed particularly digital. But that'll be quite fun to get around to then. Dear.
But yeah, no, actually, this is it's quite a rarity for the newer games where like I saw the legendaries and I thought, oh, that's actually really cool. I really like that one.
Yeah, no, I like them both, but obviously I'm emo boy edgelord, so I had to go for the purple coloured futuristic one.
That's the theme tune for the future.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Tomorrow's world. Tomorrow's world.
World.
I might drop
bleeding
in.
that wield.
I might just drop in the thing that Adam Buxton made. He does every now and then he does a podcast with Joe Cornish, his friend, the famous
Who's
film
this, sorry?
director, Adam Buxton.
Oh, okay.
But he makes all his jingles for his podcast, and they're all quite funny. But they had like a contest between the two of them one year to see like who could make the best Tomorrow's World theme tune. Because like back in the day, it was the Tomorrow's World theme tune was what they imagined the future would be like. It was all digital and beep beep boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
So he made one that like reflects how we think of the future now, which is in a pretty negative way. I won't do it in a disservice by trying to explain it. I'll just drop it in here.
Tomorrow's world.
Tomorrow's world. Tomorrow's world.
Tomorrow's world.
Tomorrow's world.
Tomorrow's world.
So, tomorrow's world. Tomorrow's world.
Tomorrow's world. Tomorrow's world. Problems affecting the whole of the world today.
Climate change.
Inequality, bad Wi-Fi, make it go away. Robots taking over our lives. Husbands turning into wives.
Babies threatening mums with knives. I'm frightened of tomorrow's world.
Tomorrow's world. Tomorrow's world. We can get Brexit done now.
We could lie in the sun playing games with stones and twigs till I get jealous of your twig, 'cause your twig's so big. Then I'll kill you in the head with my stone and steal your twig.
So there it was. Did you like it?
There it was. Yeah, no. I telepathically received the enjoyment from you. I didn't
Good.
hear it, but you enjoyed it, so I enjoyed it.
Yes, my mirth travelled down the microphone through the copper wires and then the fibre wires and then probably some copper wires again into your
Onto the
ears.
electrodes that are attached to my testicles.
Yes, yeah. I mean that's how most people listen to things, isn't it?
Yeah.
You feel the vibrations.
Is that what you call them? Vibrations?
Vibrations. Bop bop. Yeah, as the Beach Boys might say.
Well.
Anything else you want to mention for Scarlet and Violet, Pontius and Pilate?
I'm trying to think, but I can't really off the top of my head. I should have maybe made notes.
Oh, here's something. Your rich next door neighbor, the girl.
The balling bitch, yeah.
The what?
Balling bitch. She's balling.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? Yeah.
Radical.
Balling bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like balling, rich, loads of money. You're balling.
I've never heard that before.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
I'm more with the youth today, and
I really like having a rival that is big into battling as opposed to someone who doesn't stop dancing and looks like they're about to have a cardiac arrest, or someone who's just incredibly annoying like Hal or British Hal.
yeah.
Because Serena was the last rival I liked from X and Y because she was just trying to be a Pokemon trainer, and I was like, this is what a rival is.
Yeah, I can't say she's done much to sort of influence my sort of interest in her either way so far, but maybe that's because she was chatting in my ear for like a good 3.5 hours, and by that point I was like, bitch, I just want to adventure.
But let's follow this up with a negative. They're still giving your rival the one that's weak to your starter. When will this madness end?
Yeah.
It's so infuriating.
And then, I thought the guy who gives you the bike was going to be like angsty, edgy rival who'd have your opposite type, the one that's strong against you. But then he just had a Squovet.
Yeah.
All right.
He's comfy and nuts.
Oh, well, I will say, look forward to the tokusatsu poses from the team of this year.
Ah, yes.
Do you know much about them?
No, just that they're just other students, aren't they? That they're a gang.
You know that they are
delinquents.
just a gang of okay.
Yeah.
That was a tidbit I found quite cool, was that they're not... I know Team Skull were kind of like meant to just be the thugs,
Yeah.
but they were still quite a big gang type thing.
Yeah.
Whereas this just kind of, so far to me, just feels like the school bullies. And I
Just the naughty
quite like
kids.
that.
Yeah.
It's just, it's the ones that always, but it's the chavs. If we were in Britain, it'd be the chavs, basically.
They'd all have tracksuits and those bum bags worn across their body.
Where is this country meant to be set?
It's Spain and Portugal.
Spain and Portugal.
Yeah.
Do they have much like British slang and stuff over there?
Do you know what? Yes, that's a really good point. Because when we had all of that in Sword and Shield, I was like, that makes sense. It's set in Poker Britain. But it's like, I reckon they've just kept the same translators, and the same translators have carried on putting in British slang. That's why. Yeah.
There was another word I noticed. I can't remember what it was, but the one I definitely noticed was right at the start when your mum offers
Have a cuppa.
the bloke a cuppa. Yeah. So if we at some point get a mention that we moved there from Galar, I might accept it a bit more.
Oh,
But
that
then
would
I
make
think-
sense. Yeah.
Then I swear you might not have got to that bit then, maybe. I swear the chairman dude says, the head of the school, the principal or whatever,
Yeah, Chairman
says
Rose.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one
I've been
point,
calling
he
him-
said a word that felt particularly British as well.
I've been calling him Clavel Road.
Clavel Road.
Yes.
He's a distant relation of mine. He's Mr. Clavel.
Yeah.
I'm Aussie Lavelle. He's Mr. Clavel.
Yeah, so the first thing I thought was maybe they got British translators for Galar, and then they did a good job and they just kept them, and so because they're British they carried on putting Britishisms in. But then I looked at the map and I realised that there's a good chance we might actually be in Gibraltar, which is British.
Oh.
The very south of Spain.
Oh.
So my headcanon is that we are British people who live in Gibraltar.
Okay. No, I kind of like that. And it would be like an odd way of making a sequel to Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
If like we later find out that this is like connected to Galar in some way, and it's meant to be like the Pokemon world, where I'd quite like that. I think maybe get a couple of like cameos from Galarians.
Yeah.
Or, a whole post game where we can re-travel back to Galar and, that
would be... Oh, that would be the dream. But yeah, no, that would be...
I can't see it being hard, because the Galar map's what? Like 5 times smaller than this one?
Yeah. It's 3 routes and a couple of cities, isn't it?
Yeah, they could just literally copy and paste the data from Sword and Shield and then just remove all like the side quests and stuff.
It would be cool if we went back to Galar in post-game and it was the right way up. So with London at the bottom and Scotland at the top, sort of thing. Because it was upside down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so...
it turns out that we were just like looking at the map upside down the entire game.
So that would explain if we have moved from Galar. I like that idea, and that explains why we've moved to Gibraltar, because we want to go somewhere abroad with nice weather, but we don't want to speak a foreign language.
Clear. We still want to be in Britain or England or part of the UK, the Commonwealth.
We still want to go down the corner shop and buy the Sun.
Yeah, go get some fish and chips, have a pint.
Say hello to a Bobby on the street corner.
Yeah, have a pint in a pub, not a bar.
In a Weatherspoons. Without all them bloody immigrants that you get in England, you've got to go somewhere else you've got to live in another country to get away from them.
Second the Mickey. Yeah. No, I do. I quite like that idea.
Oh dear. Today's character is racist man from the southeast of England.
Yeah.
Or man from the southeast of England. So,
yeah.
I think we ought to leave it there because it's a later one today.
Yeah, no. Oh, actually, one fight. Have you ever do you watch Jaden's animations and stuff?
Noden's Nanonations.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, she does animations going through her Nuzlocke,
Oh,
and
cool.
she's done a couple over like the past year or two. They really blew up. Every like PokeTuber out there does reactions to her animations. But she recently did a video, Pokemon player plays a Digimon game for the first time and absolutely hated it. I will say she chose one of the bad games. One of the Game Boy games.
Oh dear. Jade Nanonations, yeah. Do you know what? I think I know of this channel because I really recognize the art style.
The style, okay.
Yeah.
Or you might have at least seen one or two of the animations without knowing where it was from or what.
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah. Well, I recommend them, and I recommend that video as well. It didn't soil her looking into Digimon, but she didn't like the game at all. But
Right.
she said there's a possibility that she'll go on to Cyber Sleuth one day. That's why I mentioned it as well.
Okay.
She's still interested by Digimon, even though the game was probably one of the worst games she's ever played in her life.
Digicurious.
Yes. But no, I recommend them.
Okay.
I thought you might have seen it just because obviously Digimen's here.
Yeah. Yes. We are the
We the
Digimen.
Digimen.
We come from
We are the
far away.
We like to play
What do you
Digimon
play?
World. Oh. We play the world games. None of the story ones, really.
Die Weltspiele.
Except for Cyber Sleuth, we played that one. That's really the only one. Then we just go to Digimon World.
Digimon World. I suppose I better give an editing update. Like I've mentioned Race for the Ball already.
Yeah.
So that was 27th of September. So just under 2 months behind. But then it'll catch up. It'll catch up quicker then, because then it's just a civ a week for 5 weeks after that. So we'll catch up then.
Nice. Yeah, not much from my end, obviously. I've just live streamed my first Pokemon pilot, but I had the wrong microphone, so apologies for this less than desirable audio quality.
Yeah.
However, that will be resolved in the next one, which will also feature Christian of
It will be
Visible
me.
Town.
I'm going to try. Mind you, this won't matter to anyone listening because it will have already happened. But tomorrow, Saturday morning, I'm going to try and stream some more Scarlet so that I can get a bit further into the game so that we're not like... Otherwise, I'll not have explored any of the map and I'll be coming to do a multiplayer session like, hey, I've still got level 7s.
Yeah, well... That is the only problem is because I've raced to get a Mimikyu, they are in their level 30s. The rest of mine are all level like 10.
Right.
So I'm not too far ahead, but I've always played Pokemon games with my partner Pokemon being way more OP than the rest of them.
Oh yeah, fair.
So it makes more sense. No one beats my partner Pokemon. The rest of them can get KO'd, but no one, not my Mimi.
I need to actually look up where my partner Pokemon can be found. Like I said, this one that's got an evolution that I'm really excited about.
Oh, is this a new one though?
It's the original Pokemon is an existing one, but it's been given an evolution.
Oh, okay. No spoilers for me.
No spoilers.
Yes. But yeah, back on editing, the only thing I've had uploaded recently was Star Trek TOS 2x8 iMud. But unfortunately, it was blocked on YouTube. So you'll have to follow the link to Dailymotion, type in the password TOS in all capitals, and you'll be able to watch the entire reaction full uncut.
The password, terms of service.
Terms of service.
Oh, that was it. That was the other thing about Pokemon. I kept on referring to the mother character as MOM, and then I realised that that's also an abbreviation for man of match. So
okay.
she's now called man of the match.
Man of the match. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I just correct it to mum.
Yeah.
Every time it would say your mom, I'd go your mum.
This is one
And
of the
I'd
great
go
things about having a region based on Britain, was that she was a mum.
She was a mum.
It's like, finally.
Oh, so does that hint at the fact that we're not from Galar then?
Oh, perhaps,
She's
yeah.
a mom, not a mum. They should have done that. Is had your rival call her parents mom,
Yeah.
but have us call ours mum. I'm not. Yeah.
I think.
Why?
have you-
Apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, this podcast has been a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but we've
Yeah,
got the
mainly
main
for
message
them,
out there.
but
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have been released into the wild.
into
Our
the-
mission is to play them and tell you what we think. So far, it's
Okay.
yeah.
Don't you be das. Don't you be das.
I haven't
It's fine.
I haven't come across the Chandelier Crystal Pokemon yet. But as I mentioned in
Oh,
my
what the gimmicks they've
Yeah.
got this year.
as I mentioned in my
Yeah,
video,
okay.
I'm going to try and go through another game without resorting to their pointless gimmicks.
Oh, okay.
I managed to not Dynamax
just
in the
in
story
your own
last,
time,
last
or-
gen, so what?
In your own time,
I
just
don't know
without
what
the
you-
gimmick, without recording, without the sessions.
What
or
about whatever
whatever?
session? I don't understand.
You said you're going to play through a game again. Another
No,
game.
I didn't say again. So I'm going to
No?
try. Oh, again, I did say again, but I meant because that's what I did in Sword and Shield. I didn't Dynamax in
okay.
the main story at all.
You're going to try and play this one
Yes.
without using the
I'm
gimmick.
going to do
Okay.
everything I can to avoid using it.
Okay, fair enough. You're close to getting to that point, though. That happens when you get to school.
Right.
It's you get to school and you just get a bunch of info dump, really.
Oh yeah, and sorry, one last thing I've just remembered. It's so far it's very similar to a recurring anxiety dream I have, where I'm at school and I'm really late for a lesson, but I keep on finding other things to do. Because it suddenly occurred to me near the end that I'm meant to be going to school, and I've just been going on an adventure. I
Yeah,
must be really late by now.
yeah. Breath of the Wild curse, I think. Just open world. You're gonna get distracted.
But
Sort of
on
like,
that,
oh no, the world's about to end. Oh, look, a shiny button.
ooh.
It's yeah.
Yeah, I always
It's a
like that
bit
when
doom and
you-
doom. But I could go 20 miles in the opposite direction because there's one tiny little thing I want to collect.
There's a thing I always do that always makes me laugh that tends to happen in I think it happened in Sword and Shield, right? It'd be like you come out of a cutscene right in front of like the terrible monster that's going to destroy the world, and you just spin the camera around and go in the other direction. It never fails to make me laugh.
Yeah, no, I think I did that in this one actually. There was a point where I was just constantly testing the boundaries,
Yes.
and it'd be like it would get past a quick cutscene. It's like, now can I run away? No, fine.
Oh dear. Well, anyway, that's all for now.
That's all for
Thanks for
now.
listening,
We'll give
everyone.
you a bit of an update on that next week, probably.
Yep. Let us know your thoughts on the new games if you've got them.
Check out either of our streams.
Yep.
Whenever times, wherever. We've told you the places,
Yeah,
the times. I'm going to guess.
You can find them through the links.
Yeah.
And
off.
that's it. We should probably mention that it's episode 250 today.
Oh fuck!
I kind of didn't realise until I was just looking a second ago. So,
I guess
happy
that
anniversary!
idea- I guess that anniversary idea is out of the window. Yeah. So what's our plans for 300? Just don't do a podcast that day.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a special just on a random number at some point, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway,
75.
yeah, look forward to that
One day.
one day, and we'll hear. Well, you'll hear us in your ear holes then, like a
Oh,
cockroach
Or you
slithering
can
in.
see us at the aforementioned places.
Yep.
You can touch us.
Oh.
Only if you're special.
Yeah, that's on the premium tier of OnlyFans.
There we go. Which you can find at...
Well, that's that then. Bye.
Yeah.